Welcome back to Lifestyle Nutrition with Brian Diamond, and today it's episode 16 of my signature show, Document with Diamond! Hey. And today we are going to talk about endorphins, and endorphins are your feel-good neurotransmitters, and they are produced in the pituitary gland somewhere here in your head. I'm not going to go deep on that, you can just Google it. So this is what happens. You feel good. Do you know why you feel good after you work out, after you exercise, after you go for a walk, after you play a sport, after you just go for a run, anything, any kind of physical activity that makes you feel good later is because endorphins are released in your head, and they make you feel really good. And that's an amazing way to actually get some physical activity in. And let me give you a win-win situation, because we all know that endorphins, I mean, maybe you don't know, but people in the fitness industry and your coach, your trainer, and someone who's into fitness would know what an endorphin is. The thing is, why do people say go exercise is good for you, it's good for you? It's not just the long-term benefits for your health, your bones, your muscles, your organs, not for that, not for your general health, just for your daily physical well-being. You feel better when you partake in any type of physical activity, and that is because you get endorphins right after, and they are kind of like a natural pain reliever as well. They make you feel much better. So for example, if you play a sport, cricket, football, basketball, whatever, I love football and basketball. However, I'm not able to play football because I don't have those set of friends that I can play with every single day. Basketball, however, I found some really good, awesome teenage friends in my apartment complex. So what I do is I just go play basketball with them for about 30 to 90 minutes, sometimes 2 hours, depending on schedule and if it's raining or whatever. So that's what I do. And if you go to the gym also, you can go to the gym, you get a great workout in, and the feeling you get afterwards, that amazing feeling, that is because endorphins are released in your head. So this is a very good way to play a sport that you enjoy playing. So that's one way is good. It's a win for you, and you get endorphins right after. So it's a win again. So it's a win-win situation for you. So just think about that before you partake in any type of physical activity. You should choose the ones that you love and that you can consistently do every single day, and that you can fit into your schedule as well. So it should be an overall win-win for you. All right, let's get on with the body stats for week 16. So I want to let you know kind of like a heads up. This week, unlike last week's, a lot of yellow stats, which means my body stats stay the same as the previous week. This week they changed to green, as in they reduced, and yeah, most of them are green. A little bit yellow, but that's fine. So I came down 0.7 kilograms to 108.7 kgs, and my body fat percentage came down by 0.4 to 32.3. My BMI came down by 0.2 to 34.3. My chest, stomach and waist stayed the same. I'm totally fine with that. My neck came down by 0.2. My thighs came down and my calves came down, and everything else is pretty much in yellow, the same. And my biceps and my forearms remain the same. Totally cool. Now my sleep is 38 hours for the entire week, and this is the reason because I attended a lot of these freelance one-on-one academy calls. They're supposed to be 2 hours, sometimes they went for 4. So I got to fix that the next week. And my protein is 1354 grams. That's also pretty darn awesome because I haven't crossed that 70 give or take threshold. My planned deficit is 3500 calories, which is actually maintenance. Once I hit that 3500, I just put that there for reference. And my achieved intake is CD plus, which means calorie deficit plus 1159. I consumed 1159 calories more than my planned deficit, which means I still am in a deficit of 2341 calories. That's amazing. I can eat that many more calories for the week. I can eat that today if I want to. I can maybe go to a birthday party or something. It doesn't matter. Now, water, 22 liters is pretty darn awesome. This is what I am proud about. My daily steps is 62,153 steps, which is 41.64 kilometers. It's up by 53.8%. And that's because the progressive overload that I employed last week is starting to work, and OG is walking more. He's starting to feel better. I'm happy about that. Now, this is also something that I'm really proud of. My basketball, I played 7.25 hours the entire week, which is I played 5 days a week. I got better at shooting baskets, and I really like the HIIT fields, which means this is similar to high intensity interval training. And to give you kind of an example, that's when I used to do the cross training a lot in the gym. So that is high intensity interval training, when you do that for 18 minutes, fast and slow, fast and slow. So basketball is pretty much that. You run, you stop, you run, you stop. So that's what it is. And calorie deficit by nutrition, yes, I was absolutely in a calorie deficit. Alright, so coming to this is 8-week total steps and daily average steps. In these 8 weeks, it's 404,622 steps, which is 261.69 kilometers, and that's 7,225 steps or 4.67 kilometers per day, and that's down by 28.24%. That's mostly because of the rain a lot of days, and OG wasn't well. I had to take him to the vet and back and all of that stuff. Now my weight lost in these 8 weeks was only 4.2 kilograms, and that's 75 grams per day. I remember the last time I did this, it was more, so let's go back and check. That was 13 kilograms, and that was 232.14 grams per day. Now there's a proper reasoning for this, and this is because whenever you start a weight loss phase, you always lose water weight first. So that's part one. Part two is a mistake I made, which I addressed in one of my earlier document retirement episodes. It was when I made a mistake with the tracking, with the amounts weighed and stuff, and I was eating way less, but I was adding it as way more. So that's one of the reasons why, because I inadvertently ate below my BMR. That's not a good thing. So that's one of the reasons why the weight came down. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm doing a lot more work now. I'm working 2 jobs, not really working 2 jobs, but I'm actually preparing to work my second job, learning for that, and I'm playing basketball as well, and I'm walking OG, and I'm doing my YouTube thing, and I'm being active online every day, especially on my stories on Instagram and Facebook, which is me documenting my daily progress and process, and anything that I can help you with. For coaching inquiries, you can call me on my cell phone, send me a text on WhatsApp, or you can also send me an email if that's what you prefer, and we'll take it ahead from there. And I'll also put these details down in the description below, so be sure to check it out. If you subscribe to this channel, what you can expect is weekly videos on nutrition, weight loss, tips and tricks on how to attain sustainable weight loss, and how to maintain that weight loss once you achieve your goal. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next one.